Stam Garden Center. Transform your indoor and outdoor space with our stunning selection. Visit us today, open 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday, located at 2421 Highway 92, Oskaloosa.
Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small-town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
The Watch Your Opera House in Watch Your, Iowa invites you to a night of golden oldies from the 50s to the 80s with jukebox hits from the band Hideaway Honey. This Central Iowa band performs top classic hits from such artists as Journey, Heart, Tanya Tucker, Shania Twain, The Judds, and many more. Tickets are just $10 and can be purchased at watchyearoperahouse.org or get them at the door. It's the band Hideaway Honey this Saturday, September 28th at 7 p.m. at the Watch Your Opera House. Bridget's Public House is an Irish pub located at 208 First Avenue East, Oskaloosa. Bridget's Public House hopes you find it a warm, welcoming space that also serves delicious, unique Irish-based options created in their kitchen. And don't forget a cold beverage of choice. Located just off the square next to True Value. Come in and check out the unique decor at Bridget's Public House while enjoying a beverage or food. Follow Bridget's Public House on Facebook and stop in person at 208 First Avenue East, Oskaloosa. That's Bridget's Public House. Locally owned and operated. Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa. It's more than a drugstore. They offer framing, merchandise like collectibles, a gift shop, crafts, college gear, and more, plus cards, candles, and a whole lot more. Mahaska Drug is open late and on the weekends to fit your lifestyle. For more than just a drugstore, call 641-673-3439 or stop by Mahaska Drug at 205 North E Street in Oskaloosa. Mahaska Drug. It's more than a drugstore. Sigourney Keota football fans, Steve Shetler Media is teaming up with Clint Dye of Tag Team Photography to bring you coverage of Sigourney Keota football this fall. You've seen Clint's fantastic photos of Sigourney Keota football over the last few years. And now Clint is bringing those talents to be showcased on Steve Shetler Media. We're going to have pictures and action shots of each and every game, an in-depth article, and a video highlight of the game as well. You won't miss a thing with Sigourney Keota football coverage right here this year on Steve Shetler Media.
And here's your host, Steve Shetler.
Here is your host. I'm your host. Hey, good morning. Time for the morning wake up. It's a Friday here on Steve Shetler Media, and we are being sponsored by, of course, Stam Garden Center and Nursery. Experience the color on Highway 92 East, Oskaloosa. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6. Closed on Sundays. At Stam Garden Center and Nursery, our headline sponsor for the morning wake up on Steve Shetler Media. We're broadcasting live from the Oski Dental Studios. Give them a call to schedule your appointment with Dr. Schuster at 641-673-4845. Oski Dental will file your insurance forms for you. They are a Delta Dental provider, and they're located at 902 South 17th Street, Oskaloosa. The Oski Dental Studios on the Stam Garden Center and Nursery morning wake up. Our forecast, let's get to that. It's being brought to us by the Garden Gate, located at 105 South Jefferson in Sigourney. And mostly sunny for today. Pretty much it's a rinse and repeat for the entire weekend. Sunny for today, a high of 78, maybe a little bit breezy at times. Cloudy for tonight, low of 57. Again, just a little bit breezy. Tomorrow, some wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Sunshine and a high of 81 tomorrow. Tomorrow night, clear, a low of 56, and then sunny back around 80 on Sunday. In fact, it looks like kind kind of dry conditions for at least the next week here in southeast Iowa. Current conditions here in the big town of Sigourney, Iowa, we have humidity at 87%. Winds are north at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. The barometer at 29.91, dew point at 51. And according to the National Weather Service equipment here in the Oski Dental Studios, we do have 57 degrees in Sigourney. Your weather is sponsored by the Garden Gate. Stop in and see Cindy Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturdays, 9 to noon. Let's put up our This or That. It goes up every weekday morning at 6 a.m. It's brought to us by Stacy Flynn at the Legacy Insurance Group and Welcome Realty in Sigourney. And our This or That today is a messy desk or a clean desk. Which one are you, or which one do you prefer? Or which one is reality? We'll let you comment on that. Go back to 6 a.m. on my timeline and a comment, this or that. Messy or clean desk? I'm always kind of in between. It's definitely not clean, but it's really not messy either. As I think I've mentioned before, I'm kind of a Post-it note guy. So I do have, I'm looking at my desk right now that I'm broadcasting on, and I've got 3 Post-it notes and then another piece of paper on my desk in front of me. So, yeah, it's not like a complete disaster. So it's kind of in between, somewhere in between on the this or that. Let's see here. Also going on, what do I usually do right here? I'm drawing a blank. We go from this or that to our question of the day. It was hiding from me. That's why I couldn't remember. Our this or that, our question of the day. I can figure this out. Question of the day is brought to us by Amy's Salon House and Spa at 202 North Main in Sigourney. And what are her jobs around the house? What are his jobs? What does maybe the wife do? What does the husband do? So are there any particular jobs in the house, like maybe doing dishes or dusting or vacuuming or taking out the trash or whatever? What are her jobs? What are his jobs in the house? Our question of the day brought to us by Amy's Salon House and Spa. All right, now we are into our championship matchup for the Fun of It tournament for September. The fall season is what we're concentrating on this month, and our championship matchup has Soups versus football. You knew football would get into the championship match. I wasn't quite sure about the other one because, we had some like trick-or-treating. We had like Thanksgiving meal. We had a bunch of good fall things in our tournament, but it's down to this. Soups versus football. Can football be beaten? I don't know. I actually haven't looked at the voting yet this morning, so I don't know where we're at. I'm going to assume that football is leading, but we'll see. Voting on this goes until 6 p.m. this evening when we crown our champion of the fall season. Soups or fall football? Eating some soup or some chowder. As I've mentioned before, my wife's corn chowder is good. So if I was watching like an Iowa Hawkeye football game on a Saturday, eating a bowl of my wife's corn chowder, I'd be in a good place. So as long as the Hawkeyes were leading. Again, Colbert Feed in Sigourney sponsors our For the Fun of It tournament for this month, and they are your horse source in Keokuk County. They have a selection of horse feed, dog food, cat food, and bird food. Check them out by the Expo in Sigourney. Colbert Feed, our sponsor. Let's just take a look at our entire tournament here, our brackets. This is what we're down to. Soups versus football. It is the matchup of the fall season. Get your votes in. We'll see who comes out on top. What is up next? We got so much stuff going on. Let's do our team of the week. It's brought to us by Kelly Style State Farm. Sigourney Keota having a good week in my awards as Sigourney Keota football is voted the team of the week. Congratulations to the guys. Coach Jensen, our Kelly Style State Farm team of the week for their accomplishments. Last Friday And this week, Sigourney Kyoto football. Congratulations to the guys. Kelly Styles, State Farm, our sponsor. And we'll stay with Sigourney Kyoto football, as they also get the clean sweep of the awards with the Keokuk County Hospital and Clinic's Athlete of the Week. Braden Wood of Sigourney Kyoto had a big game last week, and he was voted our Athlete of the Week. He got, 441 votes. So congratulations to Braden. So far in this school season, of course, I'm keeping track, because it'll be next summer. Next August, we just had our Athlete of the Week tournament this last month. We'll, of course, have another tournament. Well, another big championship belt will be up for grabs in August of 2025 when we do another tournament. So, I'm already keeping an eye on where people will be lining up in the potential tournament. So, Braden Wood, so far in this new school year, is our leading vote getter. So he had 441 votes this week. So SK's Braden Wood, our Athlete of the Week. SK Football, our Team of the Week. It was a good week for the Cobras. Let's see here. Coming up, actually, let's run through some football for this week. Let's take a look at our Sheets Chiropractic Area High School football schedule for tonight. Pekin will be at Lisbon. Of course, we will have that for you live right here on Steve Shetler Media. Josh Clubb, Zach Wise, and I will be heading to Lisbon later on this afternoon. It's a little bit of a road trip to Lisbon. So if you can't make the game, make it to the game. You can watch it live here on Steve Shetler Media. We'll have Pleasantville at Sigourney Kyoto tonight. Big-time matchup there. Clint Dye from Tag Team Photography will be covering that for me here on Steve Shetler Media. Clint always gives you updates throughout the game, throughout the evening, and of course throughout the weekend. Then we get a full photo dump from the Sigourney Kyoto game. We get some video highlights, and we get an article when it's all said and done. So we got SK football covered for you. We've got Pekin football covered for you. Also on the schedule, Montezuma at BGM tonight, Winfield Mount Union at English Valleys, Cardinal at Colfax Mingo. We've got North Mahaska at Mount Ayr, Clear Creek Amana at Oskaloosa, Ottumwa at Marshalltown, Albia at Central Lee, Pella Christian at EBF, HLVTC at New London. Your Sheets Chiropractic Area High School football schedule for this week. Talking about football, as I mentioned, we've got Josh and Zach and I on the road tonight. We'll be bringing that Pekin at Lisbon game for you tonight, right around 6:45 with our pregame, 7 o'clock for the kick. So tune in for Pekin football coming up tonight. Now, a little bit of a change here. Oh, look at that handsome young man. Nick Ryan is going to be our Iowa Music Showcase for today. Now, we had Luke Thomas scheduled. Luke had some stuff come up, so we switched around. We pulled the old switcheroo. I texted Nick last night. I was like, hey, haven't had Jan yet. Would love to have Jan as a guest. And he said, let's do it. So Nick Ryan, a guy I've known for several years now, super talented. What a voice. Nick Ryan coming to Barnwired today from 11:30 to noon. We are going to be out on the back patio because the rural road trip is going on. We want to make enough room for the shoppers. We want to make it convenient for everybody inside Barnwired. So we'll be moving to the back. So come out to the back patio. Should be a nice day for it. We'll be hanging out with Nick. Live interviews, some live original music from Nick Ryan. 11:30 to noon today at Barnwired in Sigourney. Be a part of the live audience or watch it live here on Steve Shetler Media. We talked about football for tonight. Coming up tomorrow morning, we'll be right back at it with the sports section live from Brothers Market in Sigourney, talking football and volleyball. We will have Pekin's Clint Weber on right off the bat. We'll have Albia Volleyball, their coach and a couple of players from Albia Volleyball making the trip to Sigourney to be on the sports section. And then we'll have Sigourney Kyoto's Jared Jensen to wrap things up. Andy McGuire, your host for the sports section from Brothers Market. Tune in tomorrow morning. Okay, I think we got through most everything. Let's put some stuff up on our community calendar. I do want to try to hit stuff that's going on this weekend. We've got the two-person best shot par 3 tournament coming up Sunday at 1 p.m. at the golf course in Kyoto. So take advantage of that. Take part in that if you can. That's Sunday. Should be perfect weather for that event. We've also got this weekend the Youth Outdoor Field Day. That is tomorrow with the Mahaska County Conservation at the White Oak Conservation Area. So that's going on this weekend. What else we got going on this weekend? I know there's a few things. We've got Birdie Young and her band Hideaway Honey coming up tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. at the Watch Here Opera House. So check that out if you'd like to see some live music. Let's see here. We talked about this, but it's a different graphic. The Youth Outdoor Field Day, again, put on by Mahaska County Conservation from 8 to noon. So that should be a fun time. Make sure you take advantage of that. Do we have anything else for this weekend in particular? I'm scrolling through things here quick, and I don't think I have anything else on my calendar. So that's kind of what's going on in our area. Get in on some of those events. Shall we do our birthdays? Let's go ahead. Let's do some birthdays. I like birthdays. I like turtles. Birthdays. Boy, I tell you what, that is a screen full of birthdays. Our hometown and celebrity birthdays brought to us by Nikki Leathers at Hometown Real Estate. Get a hold of her, 641-295-4142, hometown-re.com. On the hometown side, we have a ton of weekend birthdays. Let's see here. We've got A.J. Anderson with a birthday. A.J. is a young guy down in the Centerville area that has really got a great media thing going on. So, AJ, happy birthday to you today. We've got Josh Nicely with a birthday today. We've got Bronson McCulley, Coach McCulley, with a birthday today. Sage Dahlstrom has a birthday today. Boy, Sage's wife, Molly, just had a birthday here recently, too. Richard Slaughter, pastor from Ottumwa, has a birthday. Alan Sellers, a Sigourney legend, a Steve Shetler media legend. Alan Sellers with a birthday today. Carrie Crawl, the North Mahaska AD, has a birthday tomorrow. Pontip from Ottumwa, Pontip Carnes, has a birthday tomorrow. Kylie Gronenboom with a birthday tomorrow. Dana Cox, a birthday tomorrow. We've got Shelley Gaston. If you're from Sigourney, you know her as Shelley Club. Shelley Club Gaston with a birthday tomorrow. Lacey Render, one of my very first big supporters on Steve Shetler Media. Lacey, before we started doing like a weekly top 20, Lacey was liking everything that I posted. So Lacey, hope you have a great birthday coming up on Sunday. And then Mindy McAdams also has a birthday coming up on Sunday. So lots of area birthdays for this weekend. We've got celebrity birthdays for today from the rock band BTO, Bachman Turner Overdrive. We've got Randy Bachman taking care of business, 81 years old for today. Mike Schmidt, redheaded Philadelphia Philly baseball player from back in the day. That guy could hit some home runs. Mike Schmidt, 75 years old. We've got Sean Cassidy, do run, 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 do run, run. Was he one of the, what brothers? He was like a detective or something. Sean Cassidy, a singer, an actor, 66 years old. Oh, he's so cute. He's like one of the original teenage heartthrobs from way back when. Steve Kerr, basketball player and coach, 59 years old. Actress Gwyneth Paltrow, 52. Lil Wayne, Lil. He's not little. He's little. He's just a little fella. Lil Wayne is 42. Avril Lavigne, the singer, is 40 years old. And actress Jenna Ortega is 22. Those are your celebrity and hometown birthdays brought to us by Hometown Real Estate. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? We're doing the morning wake-up. It's brought to us by Stam Garden Center and Nursery. We are live from the Oski Dental Studios. It is Friday, September 27th. On this date in history, 1871, a patent was granted for cement. So cement became an official thing, I guess, 1871. It was on this date in 1919, the Democratic National Committee voted to admit women. So the Democrats and women joined forces, 1919. It was today, back in 1954, what would become the Tonight Show was simply called Tonight when it debuted on this date back in 1954. Steve Allen was your host on that NBC television show. Again, it was called Tonight with an exclamation point. Now it's just the Tonight Show. So you had Steve Allen. Here's your hosts over the years. Steve Allen, Jack Parr, Johnny Carson, Jay Leno, and then, of course, Jimmy Fallon. So those have been your hosts over the years since 1954 for the Tonight Show. Today, on the National Day calendar, it's Ancestor Appreciation Day. I appreciate you, ancestors. It's, let's see here, National Day of Forgiveness. I don't know. I forgive you. It's World Dense Breast Day. Not sure about that one. It's National Corned Beef Hash Day. Take some corned beef hash, please. It's National Crush a Can Day. Maybe when I get done sipping on my pop here in the studio today, I'll crush the can against my head. It's National Chocolate Milk Day. Don't give if you see Neil Crott today, do not give him chocolate milk. Bad things happen. Neil and dairy don't get along. Bad things happen. And it's National Women's Health and Fitness Day today. So celebrate all of those days. Let's hear from some of our sponsors, including our headliners, Stam Garden Center and Nursery.
Stam Garden Center. Transform your indoor and outdoor space with our stunning selection. Visit us today, open 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday, located at 2421 Highway 92, Oskaloosa.
Iowa Candle Glow White is a gold medal winning dry fruity white wine from Tassel Ridge Winery that offers pineapple, pear, melon, and apricot notes with a green apple finish. You can serve it with fish, chicken, or lightly seasoned pork, or just sip it by itself. Iowa Candle Glow White is a blend made from La Crescent, Brianna, and Edelweiss grapes grown in our vineyards in Mahaska County, Iowa. Tassel Ridge, Iowa Candle Glow White is available at several of our nearly 400 retailers. If you don't see Iowa Candle Glow White at your favorite retailer, ask the manager to get it for you. Tassel Ridge Winery is located in Lighton on Highway 163 between Pella and Oskaloosa and is open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday from 9 to 6, Saturday from 10 to 6, and Sunday from noon to 6. Check our website at tasselridge.com.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams.
Try it again. You're getting the hang of this. Good job.
American Family Insurance.
Contact Christy Tarr in Oskaloosa at 641-673-8965.
When shopping here at Helmuth Ford, we will do our best to put you in the vehicle that you want, that you love, and that is safe for your family.
Your safety is our focus. That's why we are a full-service repair facility.
We'd love to sell you a vehicle of your choosing. If we don't have it, we'll do our best to find it for you. If you're looking for a vehicle with low miles, a great price, and a friendly atmosphere, come visit us here at Helmuth Ford.
We look forward to seeing you soon.
See our full inventory at helmuthford.com.
Watch Pekin Panther football live right here this fall on Steve Shetler Media, Facebook, and YouTube with live announcers and an updated scoreboard, plus an area scoreboard to keep you updated on other schools of interest. It's Pekin Panther football live right here on Steve Shetler Media.
Thank you for calling the City Cinema Mega Multiplex 2 Quad Tri-Omni Theaters, where fun, food, and great entertainment is what we had hoped for, too. Now playing, New York City Mayor Eric Adams stars in the new comedy Father of the Bribe. Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr come up with their own line of footwear in Beatles Shoes. A man sprays everything with WD-40 and Squeak No Evil. And this score just in, Joker 2, Transformers 1. So, for an unforgettable experience that probably won't require therapy, be sure not to think twice about coming right now to your nearest City Cinema Mega Multiplex 2 Quad Tri-Omni Theaters. Thank you for calling.
I know those things aren't that funny, but they crack me up. That guy is a comedic genius. Hey, we are back doing the morning wake up, brought to us by Stam Garden Center and Nursery from the Oski Dental Studios. Let's do some things you need to know. Let's do it. Come on. Things you need to know. Whoa. Some things you need to know. Researchers say that increasing prices that come with inflation have us dining out less and making more meals at home. I know that's true here at the Shetler household. Unfortunately, it all falls on my wife because I can't make squat in the kitchen. I'm not a chef. So people staying in and eating at home more than eating out. How about this? The government will send you 4 free COVID tests if you go to covidtest.gov. No thanks. Let's see. How do you say her name? Hoda. I never watch morning TV, so I don't. The Today Show. I know her name is Hoda. How do you say Hoda's last name? It's Kotb. How do you say that last name? Kotb. Anyway, Hoda is leaving the Today Show and retiring after 26 years with NBC. She co-hosted the Today Show for 17 years, and I never saw it once. And I don't know how to say her last name. Hoda. 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 Hoda, whatever her last name is, retiring. How about this? A zoo in Finland is returning 2 loaned giant pandas to China more than 8 years ahead of schedule. They say they're too expensive to try to keep up with. So they're giving them back to China. Here, take your giant pandas, China. Heart. We're talking about the rock band Heart, not your... Heart's Ann Wilson says the worst is over as she winds down her cancer treatments. The 74-year-old singer, heck of a singer. She can belt it out. She was diagnosed with cancer earlier this year, is taking the rest of the year off to deal with it. But, as I mentioned, she does say that the worst is over. So, best wishes to Ann Wilson of Heart. Former Minnesota Vikings quarterback Tommy Kramer has disclosed that he was diagnosed with dementia a year ago. Now, of course, this comes on the heels of Brett Favre saying that he's got Parkinson's. So all those blows to the head, I tell you what, in football, they will come back to haunt you. In his words, the 69-year-old Tommy Kramer said, quote, "Please, no sympathy. I've lived a great life and wouldn't change a thing." So Tommy Kramer staying positive there. Grammy award-winning musician Macklemore will not be performing this weekend at the inaugural Neon City Festival in Las Vegas after he stated on stage last weekend, "F America." Except he didn't just say F, he said the whole F word. F America, he stated that, and I think he led the crowd in chanting that as well. So he's getting canceled, as he should be. If you don't, love it or leave it. If you don't like America, hit the road, Mac. Security camera capturing a coyote. I don't know if it was Wiley or not, but a coyote grabbing Motley Crue drummer Tommy Lee's dog. His wife, Brittany Lee, was shown running after the coyote and eventually rescued the dog. So Good for her, rescuing the dog from the coyote. Eric Adams has become the very first New York City mayor to be indicted in a federal investigation. So, way to go, champ. Are you a fan of Harry Potter? All 8 Harry Potter movies are going to be re-released in theaters in China. Evidently, China didn't want them before now, so look for Harry Potter in China. A mother was hauled out of Disney's California Adventure Park on Wednesday, along with her hysterical children. Hysterical as, I don't think they were being funny hysterical. I think they were like, ah! After she tried passing the kids off as toddlers so that they could sneak into the park for free. Well, the park wasn't having it because they weren't toddlers. But maybe they were funny. I don't know. Maybe they were hysterical. They were both hysterical and hysterical. How about Ringo Starr canceling the final 2 shows of his All-Star Band tour due to illness? His people are saying that he has a really bad cold. Back to Disney. Disney Plus says that they have begun to crack down on password and account sharing. Just so you know. Now, we've got Disney Plus. I don't know why. We seriously never watch it. Ever. We're just handing Disney our money every month. Just cuz. So they don't have to worry about us sharing the password because we don't ever watch it ourselves. Jean Smart hosting Saturday Night Live tomorrow night. Guest will be Jelly Roll. It's her first time ever hosting on the show, so look for that. And then also, let's go to baseball. The Dodgers, Los Angeles Dodgers, offering the fan that caught Shohei Ohtani's 50th home run ball $300,000. He has turned it down. He said, no thank you. The fan is going to be auctioning it off. Starting bid is $500,000. The buy it now price, if you want to buy it online, I don't know if this is on eBay or what, but the buy it now price is $4.5 million for the 50th home run ball from Shohei Ohtani. Again, he has formed the 50-50 club in baseball, so big money for that ball. Let's go to this. Today's Impossible question. Today's impossible question, according to a survey, says, what is the most disliked Thanksgiving food? What do you think? I remember last year, Neil Crott and I got into a lot of arguments about Thanksgiving food, what was good, what was bad. And I am a picky eater. I fully admit that. But I also do not like this particular food. According to a survey, what is the most disliked Thanksgiving food? Think about that. Let's go to the comments. Good morning to you, Bubby, Dan, Sandy, Nancy, Pat, Patrick, Sherry, Jackie, Eloise, Jan, Douglas, Sherry, and Anthony. Good morning. Anthony Schilling, my number 1 stalker. I was going to say fan, but he's definitely stalking. He's stalking me. I know he's out in the bushes right now. I see you. I see you, Mark. According to a survey, again, impossible question. What is the most disliked Thanksgiving food? Any guesses? Good morning to you, Renee. Stuffing? No. Although I hate stuffing. I've never eaten it, and I hate it. It just looks so gross. What's the most disliked Thanksgiving food? It is, survey says, cranberry sauce, according to this particular survey. So, there you go on that. Shall we get weird? Let's get weird.
That is weird.
I like to get weird. Rats in New York City. New York City? The war on rats has taken a turn in New York City. The city council on Thursday voting on a bill that could introduce rat contraceptives to the city's rodent-fighting arsenal. If the bill passes, city officials will choose 2 rat-ridden zones to place the contraceptives. Are the rats going to put the contraceptives on? I don't understand. And then monitor whether they reduce rat activity. So, that's weird. That's even too weird for me. Let's go from rats to lizard. Lizards, a large lizard, scampered onto the track and stopped the third and final Formula One practice session from the Singapore Grand Prix this past Saturday. If you haven't seen the video, it's funny. It's the big lizard is just flopping down the speedway. The session was briefly red flagged after Aston Martin driver Fernando Alonso reported over the radio that he'd seen the lizard in the middle of the track. That's me on the car radio. Two track marshals chased the long-tailed reptile, and the session resumed shortly after. The lizard flippity-floppity down the raceway. How about this? A portion of Australia's Sydney Harbour temporarily turned bright green when a common dye used by plumbers flowed out through a storm drain. Kind of freaked people out. Let's go to Pennsylvania. Some weirdo achieving his years-long dream of creating the world's tallest hat when he took a stroll wearing his 17-foot, 9.5-inch cap. His name is Joshua Kaiser, and he successfully broke the record after several years of failed attempts that began when he went to Penn State University. Basically an 18-foot hat has set a world record. And then finally in the weird today, we've had toads, we've had reptiles, lizards, we've had rats. Now we go to toads. A reptile rescue group in England is caring for a toad found in a bag of salad that was returned to a supermarket. Berkshire Reptile Rescue said on social media that the toad was discovered in a bag of salad by a customer and returned to the store. Now, the rescuer collected the reptile and is keeping it isolated for the time being, as it's not yet clear whether it came from overseas. So, how would you like to buy a bag of salad, like a bag of lettuce, take it home, and you have a toad inside? Extra meat, extra nutrition. But anyway, let's go to the files of Law and Disorder. In some disorder, let's go back to that Shohei Ohtani 50th home run. The world's best baseball player completed Major League Baseball's first ever 50-50 season last week. As we mentioned, one fan is trying to sell it for at least a minimum of $500,000. However, video and images from the scene in the ballpark, left field stands, showed a mob scrambling for the ball. Everybody wanted to get it. Views of the bottom of the pile of people were a little bit obstructed. According to a new lawsuit, however, the dash for that baseball may have been more tense than initially thought. Max Mattis, 18, and his lawyers filed the suit in Dade County, Florida, claiming that he possessed the ball before the fan who ultimately left the stadium with it. That fan, named in the suit as Chris Belinsky, is selling it, again, for a minimum of $500,000. They say there's quite the scrum for the baseball, and now there are lawsuits about it. So things are going to get interesting with that 50th baseball. Shall we do something that could possibly, maybe, make you smile?
Something that makes you smile.
Something to make you smile. It's brought to us by Lifetime Dental Solutions. Coming up next week, they're going to be celebrating their 10-year anniversary, and they're going to be doing it at their brand new location, open house, Thursday, October 3rd, from 4 to 7. And that's at their new location at 115 South Jefferson in Sigourney. Take an office tour, have some refreshments, win some prizes. It's all at Lifetime Dental Solutions' new location with their open house Thursday, October 3rd from 4 to 7. They bring us something to make you smile. Of course, we will post this story in its entirety coming up at 7:45 this morning on my Facebook page. But let's see here. Scientists at UT Austin and several other universities collaborated on a new study focusing on how an antibody called SC27 functions. Researchers collected the blood of infected folks in Austin, Texas, and analyzed the antibodies that they produced. Now, while SC27 was isolated from a single patient, researchers were able to identify the antibody's molecular sequence, paving the way for it to be replicated for use in COVID-19 treatment. So they're basically saying, long story short here, an antibody that could protect against all COVID variants might have been figured out there. So get that full story coming up here in just about 5 minutes at 7:45 on Steve Shetler Media. Something to make you smile, brought to us by Lifetime Dental Solutions. All right, I think that just about wraps it up for today. Reminder that coming up today, again, we've got a last-second change. Nick Ryan, old pal, old buddy Nick Ryan, going to be hanging out with me today at Barnwired in Sigourney for the Iowa Music Showcase, 11:30 to noon. And we're going to be on the back patio. They're going to have rural road trip going on at Barnwired. It's going to be a busy place. So we're happy to have Nick Ryan coming in today at the last second. It's his first time on the Iowa Music Showcase. So looking forward to it today, 11:30 to noon. Watch it live here online or watch it live in person at Barnwired. Just keep in mind we're going to be out back at back patio of Barnwired. Let's take one last look at our forecast as the whole weekend looks pretty nice. Weather brought to us by the Garden Gate. Sunny today and a high of 78. Maybe a tad breezy. Not too crazy, though. Otherwise, let's see here. Video-wise, let's take a look at our video schedule for today. As it is a Friday, In Remembrance Of comes up at 8 a.m. as it does every weekday morning. Iowa Music Showcase at 11:30. We'll have Successful Farming at 5:30. Also, 5 o'clock today, we'll have Country Music News. And we're going to debut a brand new video today. You know, we always have the Sigourney Public Library video on Thursdays. Now, my friend Christine Grimm from the Montezuma Public Library is going to get in on the action. Christine is going to put together a cool weekly video for us from the Montezuma Public Library. Some happenings for the library there, some stuff from around the Montezuma area. So kind of expanding our videos a little bit, and we'll get some news out of Montezuma. So look for that new video. I think it's called Library Buzz from Christine at the Montezuma Public Library. We'll debut that today at 9 a.m. So look for that on your video lineup. Okay, and of course tonight we've got Friday Night Football, Pekin at Lisbon, 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock for the kick. We'll have a sports section from Brothers Market tomorrow at 8 a.m. So, of course, lots of stuff going on this weekend here on Steve Shetler Media. All right, you guys be safe this weekend. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the weather. And we'll see you back here on Monday morning.